Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the King of Spot 95 Plays Langrisser. And this episode, I've kind of gone now past the 1 year point. I'm at the 400th day of login time, and I just want to do a quick reflection of basically where I'm at in the game. Okay, so first I'm going to go through the characters and see which ones I'm missing from the master roster. So from the first set of the mobile, I'm missing Oliver, the Mystery Knight, Aya or Akacha, and Astriel and Angelica, which I've got the first 20 shards for, but I need the last 10 as I'm working through the plot. And from Langrisser 1, I'm only missing Betty. Langrisser 2 is complete. And Langrisser 3 is also complete. Langrisser 4 is complete without the exception of Gizerov. And Langrisser 5, I'm missing Varash, Green Force, Sigma, and Brenda. Okay, over to the crossover gallery. First one is a record of the Lotus Wars. With the last event, I managed to get Deedlit, so the only person I'm missing is Ashram. Okay, on the next banner, I basically is the Yu Yu Hakusho banner. I used about 90 vouchers to try to get either Yusuke or Hiei, but they got neither of them. So I didn't bother with the second one to get the Kuruma or the Goro brothers. So I basically left that all blank. So it's a pretty wash for this event. The next event is Sakura Wars. And again, I didn't do very well in that one either. I used 220 tickets to try to get Sakura, and I instead got no Sakuras and 4 Sumiras. So that didn't work out too well for me either. Okay, and the last one is the Trails in the Sky event. Now, the first time I went through it, it worked pretty well. I mean, I got Rene the first time. And then, of course, I was really happy that they managed to re-release it again so that I can have a second chance at getting Estelle and Leonhardt. And again, with the latest second release of it, I was able to get my Estelle. And of course, the recent banner, I managed to get Leonhardt. So that worked out pretty well in the second release of this one. Okay, so before I go into looking at the characters individually, I want to just point out that on the storyline, I have not done the story ever since level 55, and on the time rifts, I'm only up to time rift 11.4 here, and in the elite mode, I'm only up to 9. Okay. Again, because I haven't, when I hit level 55, I wasn't able to do a lot of these things on the main story or on the time rifts. So I just kind of stopped doing them and just basically, rested here and basically continued to, gain the equipment and basically level up my characters enough that I can not take on them. So I'm going to quickly show you on the main map here that I'm only up to what they refer to as the Dills Strait, which is chapter 45. Okay, so that's as far as I've gone on the story, and I've basically gotten to this part only ever since level 55. Now that the character's up to level 70, I can now go back and actually start working on them. So let's have a look at those characters. So since level 55 and all the way up to about level 70s, level 65, 70, I've just been in that nice soft spot for grinding. Okay, so it's my characters are capable enough to get to do those various different levels and grind the different dailies and that kind of stuff, but maybe not so much to do the story and not so much to do the time rifts, but just sort of sit there and just collect up experience, collect up all the bonds, and collect up all the weapons and that kind of stuff. And so that's what I've been doing on these different characters, as you said. So basically, I've been slowly, upgrading all my main characters 2 6 stars. Basically, getting SSR equipment on all the main various different characters. Upgrading the SR equipment to SSR equipment, and then of course passing that down from the SSR characters down to the SR characters, and then down to the R characters. Now the levels I've sorted in this game is I've made all my SSR characters at least level 66 and higher. Okay, and of course the top characters I've leveled to level 70 to basically awaken them, but everyone else, I basically leveled them to 68 and then to sort of let them naturally gain experience points to get them up to level 70. Um, all currently all the SR characters are 65 and up, and all the R characters are basically being leveled up from 62 to level 64. So that way, all the groupings of the characters will be SSRs, SRs, and Rs all grouped together. And eventually, my end result will be all the SSR characters will be level 70, and all the SR characters will be 69, and all the R characters will be 68. And then we'll just let them all naturally level up until they're all basically level 70 altogether. So to continue from what my previous Langrisser Mobile video, I basically was commenting that one of the biggest hurdles to get over was to get over that level 55 hurdle. And basically, once you get past that level 55 thing, you'll notice that most of the items on the map, so for example, the stuff that you get for the dailies to do the maps, your dailies to do, for example, like let's say arena and all that kind of stuff, get to a fairly good spot on the time rifts, be strong enough to at least defeat, the minimum dragon. It basically allows you to get into all those various different, basics, basics level, level 55. And basically, when that happens, you have access to all the different materials you needed to basically level up your characters, your bonds, and all the nikis to do your troops and all that kind of stuff. You have access to all those things, and with the help with the guild. I collect all the various different guild points and that kind of stuff, and that basically allows me to basically get enough materials to basically level up all the characters and also do all their various different heart bonds and that kind of stuff as well. So that's a nice sort of grinding spot because you have everything. It's just a matter of just doing it, right? So that's what so that's why I refer to that level 65, level 60, 55, level 60 little spot there to be a nice spot to sit and basically be there and just collect up stuff. And again, that's what I explained earlier. That's where I am, collecting up materials and basically slowly upgrading everybody, on this thing here. And I know a lot of people use the option where if you don't concentrate on just one sort of main character or main team, then you can get them a lot farther, and you can have them upgraded further and all kind of stuff, which is great. I mean, that might get you farther in the story and more farther in the time rifts and that kind of stuff as well. But the problem is that because of who I have and what characters I got and when I got them, leveling up the characters I had probably wasn't that useful, because I ended up with a lot of the healers and that kind of stuff first, right? So, that probably wasn't a very good option for me to do. So instead, what it is, I leveled a lot of these characters more evenly, which again works out really well for these special events because I have all the characters up at a high enough and sufficient enough level that they can be used to grind a lot of the event stuff, and of course, using the guild, I can also do a lot of more work on the guild. Okay, so now we're back at the top again. I just want to quickly show you that how I've filed everybody. So again, sort of the top characters who have basically awakened are at 70, and then basically all my SSRs are at least level 66, and I gotta get them all grouped together. Then you can see all the SRs here; they're all grouped together. They're all 65s, and then basically even some of the new characters like off from the Lotus Wars, I've already quickly leveled them up to level 65, and then I guess at the very end there, all the R's are basically being level 62 at least, and then basically I'm gonna bring them up to level 64, and then get that completed from that. I've basically leveled everybody up to 25 intimacy, and my top 12 characters are already finished and have the heart bonds completed, and basically everyone else is being currently leveled up. Resources as needed. Again, silver keys are obviously the rarity, and obviously the SSR gold key is also one of the most major things that I need. So, but yes, top 12 characters are done, and I basically have the next 6 sort of lined up at least to level 7, 8, or 9 to complete their bond. And so as soon as those resources come available, I'll do them. Okay, so thank you for watching my status update as I play this game, Langrisser Mobile. It's just also important to know that playing this game, and I've gone through almost an entire year doing it, over a year doing this game. I make a note that I have not paid any money to actually pay for Trinity crystals and that kind of stuff to actually to basically try to get any of these particular heroes. All these tickets and vouchers I've got basically using playing the game. So if you really are one of these people who like to play the game for free, definitely this is one of these games you can do it. I mean, sure, with a little luck, a little bit of effort, yeah, it's going to take some work and to do, but definitely you can 100% play this game for free. That's not to say that I haven't spent about $75 on the game so far just to buy skins. That's a totally different story entirely for me. Okay, so that's probably half the reason why Sherry's wearing the waifu dress. That's entirely this whole story behind that. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go down below and click like and subscribe, and I will definitely put more posted updates as I get further and further into this, because again, I want to get up to the level 13 so that I can in the time rift, so that I can at least begin getting the materials to awaken more characters, and then basically when I get awaken more characters, then hopefully I'll be able to get farther into different things and whatnot. So until next time, see you again.